Today, let us dive deep into the biggest failure, into our biggest failure to see if they really are the best teachers. Let's see what I can learn. Let's see what you can learn from my mistake or from your mistakes. I want to talk about a concept that has completely transformed the way I approach life. And that's the idea that failures are not just a setback, but valuable learning experiences that shape our paths. When we think of failures, we often associate it with feeling of inadequacy, shame, and disappointment. We beat ourselves up over our mistakes, wondering what we could have done differently. But what if I told you that failure is not the enemy? The fear of failures is what holds many people back from pursuing their goals. The fear of failing, the fear of making a mistake. They are so scared of not being good enough, or being rejected, or of not meeting expectation that they never even try. And that's the biggest mistake of all. Because the truth is, failure is an inevitable part of the learning process. We've all heard the saying, try, and try again. But how many of us actually take that advice to heart? How many of us let our fear of failure hold us back from taking that leap of faith, from pursuing our passion, from tracing our dreams? How many of us? I know I've been guilty of it. I've let my fear hold me back from pursuing my opportunities, from sharing my ideas, from speaking my truth. But I've come to realize that failure is not something to be feared, but something to be learned from. Thomas Edison, the inventor of the light bulb, is famously quoted as saying, "I have not failed. I have just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Albert Einstein, one of the greatest minds in history, failed his entrance exam to the Swiss Federal Polytechnic School. J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter series, was a single mother living on welfare when her book was rejected by 12, not just one, but 12 publishers. What if they have given up? Walt Disney was fired from a newspaper job for lacking of creativity. Can you imagine if he had let that define him? He went on to create some of the most beloved characters and series of our time. Oprah Winfrey, let's not forget, was fired from her job, her first job as an actor. But she didn't let that stop her from becoming one of the most influential women in media. When we look at these stories, we see that failure was not the end, but a stepping stone to success. So don't give up. Don't give up. Try and try and try again. Thomas Edison's failed experiment led him to the invention of the light bulb. Instant failure led him to his groundbreaking series. Rowland's rejection led her to a publishing deal that changed her life. Disney's failure led him to create his own empire. One of the most pivotal moments in these stories is when they had a breakthrough or a realization that changed their approach. For Thomas Edison, it was understanding that failure was not a negative, but a necessary part of the process. For Einstein, it was recognizing that his unique perspective was his greatest asset. For J.K. Rowling, it was believing in herself and her work, and even when no one else did, she never gave up. She never stopped believing. So don't stop believing in yourself. Try again. Get up and go. Can you think of a time in your life when you had a similar breakthrough? Maybe it was a realization that changed your perspective. Or a moment when you finally understood what you needed to do to move forward. These moments are often the result of failures, and they are what propel us towards success. So let's recap. Failure is not something to be feared, but something to be learned from. It's a valuable teacher that helps us grow, learn, and succeed. So embracing failures as a part of our journey rather than trying to avoid it, embrace it, is what sets us free to pursue our dreams, to take risks, and to live a life of purpose and meaning. So let me hear from you in the comments below. Let me hear a story of failure turned to success. Share with me in the comments below. Stay tuned for more upcoming video and overcoming challenges, motivation and inspiration. Thank you for watching the video, and I hope it brings something to you, and I hope it inspires you in some way. And please, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Okay? Thank you, and I'm gonna see you next time.